What kind of insurance do you need? So when you're running a business, compliance is key. You need to make sure that you are running legally. So in order to be compliant in the business, you need a few things. When it comes to rent and deal sourcing, you need your limited company. So when it comes to rent and deal sourcing, you need a few things. You need your company, so a limited company setup. You need your bank account. You need a client account for that bank to hold deposits for HMO tenants and or deal sourcing fees. You need to be registered with the TPO or the PRS, the Property Ombudsman or the Property Redress Scheme. These are two different governing bodies within property that you need to be a part of. We recommend the PRS just because they're cheaper. They both do the same thing, and for me, I'd rather save a bit of money. You then also need your data protection because you're going to be handling a lot of sensitive information. Tenants information, guest information, if you're selling a deal, sensitive bank information potentially, and or sensitive client information. Then when it comes to the actual insurance, you need to make sure that you have your professional indemnity and public liability insurance. These insurances will cover you no matter what you're doing in the property industry. The next thing you need is your AML, your anti-money laundering. This is a big one. Few people teach that you do not need it, but let me tell you, you 100% do need it. The reason being is I've been fined for operating without it, and I'm going to publicly state that here. Now, the reason why I was operating without it is because genuinely I thought it automatically renewed, but it didn't. So I was operating for 7 months without the AML license, and I got a fine for £3,000 for operating without it. And that was for me going to them saying, I'm really sorry, I thought it automatically renewed, I'd like to renew it now. And because they backdated it, I had a £3,000 fine. Now bear in mind, the AML license is roughly between £350 and £500. It varies on what you say to them, i.e. they'll ask you questions such as, what is your expected turnover? And all this. So the more information you put in, the price can differ. It's kind of like insurance. So you need to make sure that you get your anti-money laundering license. This is for if you are selling property deals or if you are turning over more than €10,000 per month on a serviced accommodation. You do not need it for HMOs. €10,000 per month, that is turnover. That is not net profit. Then when it comes to the property, you may need to get contents insurance. This is to cover everything that you are putting in that property. Typically, you do not need building insurance because the landlord will already have this. You then need to make sure your property is up to fire safety regulations and everything is above board. Hopefully, this has answered your question as to what insurances do you need. I think I've gone above and beyond there and answered a lot more, i.e. in terms of compliance, as well as just insurances. You need to make sure that you are running legally and properly. Have the correct compliance or you will be fined. I've been fined and I had it. It just didn't automatically renew. So make sure you are getting it. Hopefully that has answered the question. If it has, please leave a like rating, share this with a friend. It'd be interesting to see who you can help by sharing this too. If you are interested in asking any more questions about this, please do come on our Zooms. We do 2 Zooms every single week, completely free of charge. We are here to help you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.